Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to Lakers vs. Clippers talk show. Talk it out or walk it out. This is a special edition Kobe Bryant tribute. Um, I just wanted to do this one by myself, just because this one would cut pretty deep, in Lakerland. We're gonna give you a whole show right after this, but I just wanted to speak for a little bit about the situation. First and foremost, the first thing I wanted to say is, a lot of people who Kobe kind of rubbed the wrong way or whatnot, I just want to commend everyone. You guys have been huge. From my co-host, Kevin Garcia, I know he wasn't the biggest Kobe fan, but he the one who printed out these pictures the tribute pictures you see. He's been huge, man. One of my old classmates, my Keisha Rowland. I know she's changed her last name. She's got married now, but that's what I know her as. I apologize, no disrespect. But we had an epic battle in 2010 when with the Lakers' real rival, the Boston Celtics. It was Lakers versus Celtics at that time, and we went back and forth that whole 7 games until Kobe came through. Basically, well, Meta came through at the end, but it was Kobe through. Kobe was relentless, and he wasn't gonna let that one go. So, and also my another key person I wanted to mention was my homeboy Chris. He just didn't even say nothing. He's usually a big ish talker on IG, and the whole day I didn't see one post. I mean, he usually posts. He just said nothing. And you guys were huge. I just wanted to say that starting out. Okay, where do I start? I guess at the beginning. Originally, Kobe didn't really rub me the right way. This cocky kid coming out of high school, out of Philly. This dude thinking he gonna be the next thing to Jordan. Taking an actress singer to his prime. I mean, I saw he had some game, but who are you to think you gonna be as great as the great Michael Jordan? So rumors start flying that we're gonna trade for his pick. I could care, or trade for this young boy. I could care less. I was happy. We had just got Shaq. That was the main thing. So I wasn't tripping off this kid. I didn't know exactly where his potential was going to lead him to. I was happy we got Shaq. So as we got him, fast forward to rookie season, I do think Dale Harris was a little hard on him. I mean, he didn't, when you say he didn't play for that rookie season. And he still I think he got voted starter all-star that year. The fans wanted to see him, and I started to see little stuff, but fast forward to the playoffs, his rookie season against Utah, Stockton and Malone, we got to come with it. Vets win playoffs. Dale Harris decides to put the young Kobe Bryant in. Now, everybody talks about 1 air ball, but why do I remember 4 air biscuits? 4. Oh, I was heated. Why would you put this kid in this situation against these 2 vets to go out there and throw up 4 air biscuits? And the face that he had was just, oh well. After doing it, yeah. So it didn't start out. It started out kind of rocky with my fandom towards Kobe, but obviously it grew. Because as the years went on, he gave us so many highlights. He gave us dunk after dunk, shot after shot, and eventually came to who he was, which is going to lead me into a story when I actually was in Kobe's presence. We didn't actually meet. We kind of had a nonverbal communication at a club one time. Now, no disrespect. I got a lady, Kev remember Vertigos. We all got You know, he has a wife. No disrespect to Vanessa or nothing like that. But hey, we were young at this time, so I'm gonna tell the story raw and pretty much how it was. You know, I had just turned 21, so I was in the 21 and over club, and I look over. There's a 18, 19-year-old Kobe Bryant standing next to me. I mean, club was packed, couple celebrities, lot of beautiful women. I'm like, okay, Kobe, that's what's up. So we both there vibing, you know. So young ladies wiggling in front of us, kind of flirting, kind of looking over her right shoulder at him, kind of looking over her left shoulder at me, just looking like I don't care, you know. It don't matter, either one of you guys, you know. So Kobe looked at me and looked at her like, what's up? So I looked back at him like, you Kobe. It's my pleasure. So he shrugged his shoulders, went to work. It was dancing with her and whatnot. And that was my little experience with Kobe, and I went on whatever, you know. So that was my little nonverbal communication. My one time I non-verbally met Kobe, and pretty much he definitely started to grow on me. And then, you know, 4 years later, we started winning the championships. Of course, the 3P, he started coming into his own. And Ocho, I don't want nobody to forget about Ocho. Because even though 24 is my favorite, 8 was raw. 8 was raw. That boy, man, he was coming down doing some stuff we had never seen from a guy that age. I mean, the dunks he was doing, the one in Vegas, and it was in a preseason game. He came from almost the free throw line, and it was a little past the dotted, and cocked it back, looking just long, and dunked on the whole team. I mean, some of the crazy dunks 8 gave us, you know. So we see that. We see the three-peat with him and Shaq and what they went through. And then me and Kobe has another rocky road once Karl Malone and Gary Payton, and we had that super team. I don't even want to talk about that. That's when I had to take a lot of emotion out of sports because I got so mad at that championship we lost. But anyway, it was a lot of crazy stuff going on with Kobe and Karl Malone, and Kobe had this trial going on, and then we lost the championship, you know, because everybody was fighting and bickering, and we got all these greats, and they couldn't even get along. So we went through that. You know, it wasn't all an uphill road with Kobe Bryant. Then once they all left, Shaq left, and eventually he was doing his thing scoring-wise, and he started asking for trades and this, that, and the other, and the Chicago Bulls were this close to getting him. This close. Even though at that time I was like, oh, you want to go? Go. You know? Go ahead. You want to go? You don't want to be Laker for life, like you said, this, that, and the other? Go ahead. So it was up and down with me and Kobe, you know? But we re-signed him. He gave us some amazing, amazing scoring feats in ways we had never seen, and definitely had never seen from guards. Now, a lot of people like to compare him to Jordan, and what I feel like, yeah, he was the second coming of Jordan. We got to see Jordan in the new age in a Laker uniform. Wow. And doing all the new age stuff with more moves. The difference was, it wasn't that many guards doing this stuff when Jordan was in the league in comparison to when Kobe was. You had that 96 draft. I mean, look at who came out of the 96 draft along with Kobe. Allen Iverson. You had Ray Allen in that draft. That draft was amazing. So now you got all these guards, including even later on D-Wade, all these people that grew up loving and wanting to be like Mike. Now they're in the league and they're playing in their own way. And Kobe was the one that mimicked Mike the best. Now, if you want to be like somebody, why not try to be like the best? Because at first I was a little but when he started start living up to his potential and exceeding the potential, and now doing stuff, Mike didn't do windmill dunks and 360s. So now we're seeing, to me, this clone, so to speak, continuing Jordan's legacy, but in his own right, in his own right. And I'm like, he's doing it. It's like Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali was a big talker, but then he backed it up. So when he backed it up, hey, I couldn't do nothing but become a bigger and bigger fan. And the 63 and 3/4, the 81, of course. I mean, crazy. Just made it look so easy. He eventually became known as fourth quarter Kobe. We all knew he was the deadliest assassin, probably of all time, in the fourth quarter. Everybody in the league knew in fourth quarter it was Kobe time. You already knew that. So, then we come up to the Pau Gasol days with Lamar Odom and Meta World Peace and the championships that they brought us, and even with Trevor Ariza the year before, whatnot. Man, I mean, so many memories from Kobe. I'm trying to come off the top of the head, and I'm hoping I don't forget anything. And if I do forget something, it will be on the show a little later. Kobe, boy. I mean, one of the biggest things that made this a tragedy. Well, I'll get into that. Let's continue with the career. Then he gave us the 60 points on the day he retired. Was just one of the most amazing feats, probably the most amazing feat from a guy the day of his retirement. You've never seen somebody retire and have one of the best scoring performances. I ain't gonna say one of the best scoring performances of all time, but that elite level of scoring on all these injuries. And that's another thing, the injuries Kobe used to play with. They documented all the injuries he had, from pinky to this, to this, to this, to this. And he played through all of that. He showed us how to be resilient. When you think of one word of Kobe Bryant, you think resilience. So now I'm gonna talk a little about the accident, and I mean, it's truly devastating. You see all the names behind us. We'll go into that a little more on the show. But I do security. I was working right in Malibu. I was only probably about 20, 30 minutes from the incident. I did a live on my Facebook. If anybody's seen it, if not, you can go check it out. It's still on my timeline. It's on the Lakers vs. Clippers timeline. Everything was still fresh. The smoke hadn't cleared yet. Definitely the fog hadn't cleared. The fog was thick as a milkshake. If you look on my live, you couldn't even barely see the mountain behind me because the fog was so thick. So I got on live when I went on break. I mean, it hit hard because, he takes this helicopter so much, you know what I'm saying? And it's totally understandable. He lives way down in Newport Beach and he has to do so much in LA. So he figured, oh, okay, why not get a helicopter? And he told the story of the reason why he wanted to do it was because of family. He wanted to spend more time with his family instead of sitting in traffic. He's sitting in almost 2 hours of traffic just trying to get to the Staples Center. So that's why he originally got the helicopter. And for the same reason, they were traveling that day so they can get there in, a swift amount of time or whatnot. And, man, I mean, and I went on live and I talked about it. We actually heard a helicopter. We opened our store at 10:30, at 11 o'clock. I get to work at 10:30. The incident happened at 9:47. So I said we heard a helicopter. I don't know if it was a first responder. I'm by the beach. It might have been the Coast Guard, but that helicopter sounded really low. Everything was still fresh. We heard. My coworkers told me that was Kobe's helicopter that flew over us, but there was no way that could have been his helicopter because, like I said, the incident happened at 9:47. We get to work at 10:30. So that wasn't true, but what was true is, and what hit home so much is I was only about 20 or 30 minutes from the incident. I mean, the Calabasas is literally right over the pretty much right over the mountains right behind me. The area that the people were filming the crash at, I take that high. It looked like it was Sierra Canyon. You take that to get to the valley all the time. So, and also the helicopter came from inland. It came from the Glendale area. It didn't come from the beach area. So the route that they took, they wouldn't have passed over us. But, the biggest thing about this is like, this hit so many people so hard because not only did we lose this huge, huge NBA star, we lost his daughter. We lost 7 other people. And not just that, this broke up families. And that's what put it over the top for me. You got Kobe and Gigi, and he still got 3 other kids. And Vanessa has to raise these kids without their father now that died in this tragic accident. She has to find a way to explain that to him. I can't even imagine Vanessa. I couldn't even imagine what she has to go through and what the other families had to go through. I mean, there was a husband, wife, and kid, and they had like 2 or 3 other kids. I mean, this broke up families, and that's what really killed it. That's what made this like so tragic worldwide, because of all those other people involved. Now, if it had just been Kobe Bryant goes down tragic, don't get me wrong, that would have been tragic and it would have hurt, but it wouldn't have cut as hard or as deep as when you heard Gianna and then you heard these other people and their families were on it and they're going to get broken up from. That just killed it. I had become a big fan of Gigi. I had her coined as the future greatest woman basketball player of all time. I mean, she looked just like him on the court. Jimmy Kimball's, I don't know if it was Jimmy Kimball or I think he told the story on Jimmy Kimmel about, I don't remember how it happened, but people kept asking, well, Kobe, you don't have a boy. Who's going to hold it down? Who's going to hold it down? Gigi looked and said, I got this. In pure Mambacita fashion. I mean, the spitting image. I mean, and I hear that they had the same birthday. I didn't even know that. They had the same birthdays, and I'm so big into astrology, I don't even want to get off into that. But, I mean, they were so close. Their bond, the news say that they were holding each other. He was holding his daughter. He was telling her, I love you, baby. I mean, in a way, it's kind of cool that they went together, but in a way, it's like, that's fucked up. I was so hurt by this. We didn't even get to see that girl grow up. And it was 2 other kids on this helicopter. I mean, just crazy tragedy. I'm trying, as I said, I was going to keep it together. I'm going to try to keep it short. So, trying to think of what else. Yeah, every time I saw something on the news or saw Rick Fox, saw Shaq's reaction, Paul Pierce's reaction, I couldn't hold it. I kept telling myself, you gotta let him rest. You gotta let him rest. And it just took me till probably the last day or two, where I'm finally kind of getting at peace with this tragic situation. Like, Kobe was like, between him and LeBron, they're like they're like poster boys for nutrition and working out and work ethic and doing things. So you don't see Kobe Bryant like you just nobody. Everybody's reaction was the exact same. It was no, this ain't right. This ain't true. This is just some stuff on Facebook or on the internet. Every single person I know, I heard, said the exact same thing. You just this was the poster boy for being in shape and being healthy. This couldn't have happened to Kobe Bryant. So everybody was just in such disbelief. Laker fans and Kobe fans are just now starting to get a grasp of themselves. I know definitely me, and Kobe wasn't my number one. Magic Johnson's my idol, and I even got Jordan up there and Bron up there, and Kobe somewhere in my top 5. But like I said, it was the whole incident behind it, his daughter, the other people that just made this so devastating. And it cut really, really deep. So having said that, I'm just gonna leave with a rest in peace. I'm finally able to let them rest. I'm finally able to let them rest. And I want to thank everybody. This situation, more than any other celebrity or anybody else dying, has brought people together in all my closest homeboys have called me and told me they love me. I've touched out to family members that I haven't touched out to. Everybody's calling. People are telling each other they love. Tell somebody you love them. Life is fragile. We take for granted how fragile life is, and we see this ginormous superstar just take every minute, every second, every millisecond, appreciate everything in life, because you don't know. And we're going to leave it at that. I just want everyone in that crash to rest in peace. Thank you. We love you, Kobe Bryant. We're going to miss you. We love what you did for the NBA. You helped expand the NBA. My deepest condolences to Vanessa and those girls. His mom, his dad, his sisters, his whole family, and the world. We lost one, man. I'd like to thank you guys. This has been Lakers vs. Clippers Talk Show. Talk it out or walk it out. Stay tuned for another episode. Thank you guys. Have a good night.